Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the January 13th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a Little Time for Myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Begin with a little time for myself. I will just take a moment to look over the reading. The question of the day is, what am I doing today to cultivate a spiritual connection in my life? The reading begins with someone talking about how they heard someone at a meeting say that practicing the spiritual program in Al-Anon helped connect them to their religion. But the person who wrote this passage said that that was not the case for them. They ended up letting go of their religion and got closer and more intense with their own personal spirituality. It goes on, the passage goes on to say that although Al-Anon is a spiritual program, it is not based on any specific religion. Everyone is welcome, no matter what religion or no religion that they practice. So no matter what religion or non-religion or any variety in between, all are welcome in Al-Anon. Today's reminder tells us that just finding a spiritual power is important. It doesn't really matter where it is. And the quote is from Al-Anon Sharings from Adult Children. And it's, to paraphrase, as I do, it says that we define our own higher power. And that's how we find recovery in Al-Anon. So what am I doing today to cultivate a spiritual connection in my life? I'm praying. I'm meditating. I'm reading my conference-approved literature. I'm going to regular meetings. I'm talking with Al-Anon people. I'm journaling. I already say meditating, meditating. Also, I don't know how to say this. I kind of feel like I'm always kind of communicating with my higher power just by thinking about my higher power and asking my higher power, silently asking my higher power for guidance. Hope that makes sense. How about you? What are you doing today to cultivate a spiritual connection in your life? I also listen to other teachings outside of Al-Anon to help me with my spirituality. All right, moving on. Take a moment to look this over. This passage is about higher power and how much spiritual freedom Al-Anon gives us, because we're not told who our higher power is, what our higher power is, or what our relationship with our higher power is. It's up to us to find a personal understanding of that. And Al-Anon supports that. And in the passage it says that the concept of our higher power evolves. That's definitely true for me. And it says that our higher power is a source of serenity, courage, and wisdom. And it repeats the phrase, God of my understanding, God of my understanding. We each have our own higher power. Some of us call God. Doesn't matter what we call it, as long as we feel a connection to something greater than ourselves. Today's reminder talks about not feeling alone, because we know that we have a higher power all the time, every second. And the quote is from Albert Camus. Hope I'm saying that correctly. And it says, within us we have an invincible summer, even in winter. And it is winter where I live, in the East Coast of the United States. It's very cold. That's so funny. I find it so funny when the two readings are so similar. And it's pretty much the same message, which is it's up to us to cultivate our relationship with our higher power, and it's up to us to determine what our higher power is, who our higher power is. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Only I know my connection with my higher power, and it's the same for everyone. It's a very personal, individual thing. We'll close out with the serenity prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.